their way to school, Tamara and Eva tease each other about their crushes. While Tamara gets distracted complaining about their antisocial tendencies, Eva tries to make her stop, but it's too late. The car hits a bicycle and sends Randall into the trash. Randall is angry and starts ranting, but he instantly stops when he sees Tamara. He's about to ask her out, only to suddenly be hit by a slushie. It was thrown by Danny, who is driving with his best friend Hunt and his girlfriend JC. They behave like total jerks. However, Tamara still talks nicely to them because she's desperate to be popular. Eva wants to offer Randall a ride, but Tamara refuses. Later at school, the class gets ready for a field trip. Gym teacher Lorenzo confiscates everyone's phones and mocks Eva when she says she doesn't have one. Lorenzo also jokingly says that he must take the bus driver's phone, but Wayne isn't amused. Before they leave, Lorenzo gives a cheesy speech about getting to connect with real nature. After driving for a few hours, Lorenzo realizes that Wayne has taken the wrong road. An argument ensues, and Wayne gets distracted, so he isn't looking ahead. Suddenly the bus hits something and blood is splattered all over the windshield. Unable to see the road, Wayne ends up driving the bus through a fence and down the hill. He hits the brakes and the bus crashes, causing everyone to hit their heads and even puke. JC breaks her nose and Lorenzo just tells her to cover it. At that moment, they see something moving in the woods, and the bus begins shaking when that something bangs on it. Suddenly, the radio emits an alarm with a message from the Office of Civil Defense, telling all citizens to evacuate to the nearest shelter because they're under a chemical attack. Then something hits the window, leaving blood on the glass. A person appears at the door and Lorenzo wants to open the door. Wayne and the teens are against the idea, but Lorenzo opens it anyway. The person jumps on Lorenzo and bites his face, revealing he's a zombie. The teens panic and rush to the emergency exit. Candace trips on her way out and they step on her, causing her to cough up blood. The zombie brings down Lorenzo and starts attacking the last few teens, throwing them around. Eva grabs Candace's hand and tries to pull her out, but it's too late. The zombie has grabbed her feet and pulled her back into the bus. While the zombie catches the last few teens that couldn't escape, Eva runs through the woods. She almost gets lost in a mysterious thick fog, but she manages to cross it and reunite with Tamara. Hearing a roar in the distance, the survivors keep moving together until they find a building. They rush inside and Danny slips on a pool of blood, causing him to fall on the intestines of a dead horse. It's so gross that the others refuse to help him, and he has to crawl out. They decide to keep looking and find another building, where they can hear many roars and slamming doors. There are roars behind them too, so they have no choice but to move forward. The teens keep arguing about the situation, and Danny thinks everyone is exaggerating because zombies don't exist. As they wonder how their families are doing, the group hears the roars getting closer, so they run to hide in the building. Once inside the apartment, they split to look for weapons. In a dark room, they find creepy stuffed animals surrounded by candles, but also some useful tools. They also start moving big objects and furniture to block all exits. While working on the window, Tamara thinks she sees somebody outside and hears a female scream. She's startled out of it by Hunt's dumb and rude comments. Stephen notices that Eva is nervous and swears to protect her, claiming he has experience thanks to playing tabletop games. They discuss how mean the popular kids are, and Randall points out that Eva will lose Tamara to them. Meanwhile, JC is trying to convince Tamara that she should hang out with her group instead of Eva. After they finish securing the apartment, they hear Candace's voice asking for help. Eva looks outside and confirms it's her, so she wants to help her. However, Randall stops her as he points at the zombie that has appeared near the door. Everyone steps back in fear and waits until the creature is gone to talk again. Eva looks out again and sees that the zombie is climbing on top of a van to watch Can dance from afar. She insists they should help, but everyone refuses because it's too dangerous. When the zombie jumps off the van, Eva opens the window and calls Candace's name. As the girl starts running toward the apartment, Eva tries to open the door too, but the others won't help her. The zombie tackles Candace to the ground and starts smashing her head while a mutated Wayne appears at the door. Eva steps back as Wayne punches through the wood and inserts his head into the hole. Suddenly, the door goes down because the zombies have thrown Candace's body at it. Wayne bursts.